So here we go in the Solidarity Challenge. We are ready to get into the semi-finals. We've seen our quarterfinals now. We only have 4 celebrities remaining. And it's really coming down to the wire now, Harry. And it's going to be an exciting game, the first semi-final. It's going to be Liv Cooke taking on Antoine Griezmann.
Yeah, really fun one now to come, because for me, Liv Cooke has been the surprise package of the entire tournament, purely based on her skills on the sticks. We're able to see her, utilize a lot of tight control in and around the box that other celebrities, sportsmen and women in this tournament haven't quite been able to get to grips with. This one, I think, though, is going to be a bit of a different test going up against Griezmann, who obviously we've mentioned time and time again is a real tournament favourite for the entire Solidarity Challenge. So this one should be fun.
And I think both these guys are pretty much the top scorers out there or thereabouts. I know Antoine Griezmann is definitely the top scorer, but Liv has been putting them away as well. 3 past Jumanji and this 1 past Mo Farah as well. So she's been doing well. You're very, very right. And we're intrigued to see how she does against the competition of Antoine Griezmann, though. Very much a player who is expected to go on to be the favourite for this tournament. And he's found himself in the semi-final now. But again, just to remind you guys at home, the reason we're doing this, the Solidarity Challenge, is, of course, to support the WHO in their fight against coronavirus. You can donate to that support at www.solidaritychallenge.org. Every single penny does go to the WHO to fight the coronavirus. It goes directly to that fund. But before we do get into our very first semi-final, let's talk to the players. Firstly, before we get into this semi-final, Liv, I'm going to ask you, are you looking forward to playing the tournament favourite, Antoine Griezmann?
Yeah, well, of course, it's an but I've heard how good he is, so I'm feeling like this could be the end of my winning streak. But no, of course I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good fun.
Excellent. And Antoine, of course, you've been playing well on the virtual pitch, but are you looking forward to getting back on the real pitch when the season does start again for Barcelona?
Yes, j'ai hâte de retrouver les terrains, de jouer les matchs. Après, c'est vrai que le PES est très proche de la réalité, mais j'ai besoin de courir, de célébrer des buts. Donc ouais, on a hâte que le championnat reprenne.
Excellent. Well, good luck to both, and have a good game. Well, here we go then into the very first semi-final. And it is going to be Antoine Griezmann going up against Liv Cooke, and I don't know. Liv has done very, very well so far, but can she defeat Antoine Griezmann, who, as said, very much the tournament favourite going into this? Of course, Antoine Griezmann will be playing as Barcelona, and it will be Liv Cooke playing as Manchester United.
Well, both these competitors, Chris, have gotten tips and tricks from the very top level of the PES esports world, so no doubt we'll see some of them come into fruition here. Not sure who's going to come out on top, though.
First attack, maybe here. Antoine Griezmann. It's Nelson Semedo who's trying to creep through. Suarez!
Yes! Yes! Come on!
Back of the net.
I thought I'd at least last half time. 5 minutes, 1-0.
She tried to get a defender in front, but nothing is going to stop Suarez from a few yards out.
Right, can we make a deal? If it gets to 5-0,
1-0 to Barcelona and to Antoine Griezmann.
Goes without saying, not the start that Liv would have wanted. I mean, it's just trickles through, doesn't it? It's a real tough one to concede when you feel like your defender could have done better. Was that Lindelof there at the back? Oh. Couldn't quite see exactly who it was, and well, Suarez was in the right place at the right time. Give Griezmann the credit as well for fashioning the chance in the first place. Terrible
already.
Start though for Liv. She, for me, needs to score within the next 15, 20 or so in-game minutes without conceding, because, well, as we've seen in previous rounds, when Griezmann gets 1, he likes to get 2, 3, 4 in a row. So Liv needs to strike back just to remind Antoine that he's in for a game.
It's a great start for Antoine Griezmann. Having that early lead really does help. Oh, it's a wonderful ball towards Dembele. It's a really, really good interception there. By Liv, though, she'll manage to keep that one out, and Juan Mata will get this one away after the pass from Wan-Bissaka. Great football by Liv, though. Fantastic passes. Oh,
whoa!
Sergio Busquets lunging in, doesn't want to go.
Why
that conceded? That's an early yellow card for the Spaniard in the middle.
Free kick, I'll take that.
Griezmann was forced into this, wasn't he, from the really nice, slick passing move from Liv. And, well, that really prevented a goal-scoring opportunity. Needed to be done there by Griezmann.
Ball was clipped forward towards Luke Shaw. Can't find anything there, though, and Griezmann will be able to counter-attack here. Messi spreads it out wide to Frankie de Jong.
Yes.
Of all people out wide. Suarez
Go
now
to them!
shielding the ball back to Dembele. Good defending by Liv, though. Bruno Fernandes will get this one away from Manchester United.
Reverse pass not working out there for Antoine. You can tell his vision and his ability to see the whole pitch is helping him out here.
Griezmann. Oh, it's a really good challenge by Matic. Liv coming in with a couple of last-ditch challenges to keep Antoine Griezmann away. Fred hurrying Messi. Semedo will not get on the ball either, and that will be a throw into Liv. Semedo will latch on to this loose ball, but Matic will get it back for Manchester United and for Liv Cooke. And there's actually a run coming in here from Anthony Martial. Clement Langley, though, fellow countryman, getting a hold of the ball there, heading it down, and it's an easy enough challenge for Antoine Griezmann to deal with. And here he goes on the counter-attack now. Griezmann himself keeping it in down this right-hand side, trying to skip past Luke Shaw. He manages to do so.
No.
Looking to cut it back
Oh,
now.
goal.
Lionel Messi
Goal,
into the box
no.
is a dangerous proposition. Dembele, though. Back to Frankie de Jong. Cuts inside, looking for the bottom right corner. Hits the post. Lindelof gets it away. Antoine Griezmann.
Dummy and me all the way.
No,
No, no.
Yeah!
No.
Griezmann!
2-0
Oh,
quick
yes.
succession, right at 25 minutes
Wow.
gone. Antoine Griezmann, the trademark celebration comes in. 2-0 to Barcelona and to Antoine Griezmann.
Right, it's not over yet.
Well, I wondered when we might see that celebration, Chris. It's, well, two really good chances back-to-back for Antoine. He takes the second of the two with some really nice footwork inside the area. Puts the 2017 World Football Freestyle champion to the sword. We said that Griezmann likes to score punches in bunches, as it were. And there's the second goal, and there's the celebration.
Not quite a mountain, but a hill to climb here for Luke Cooke. Oh, she's given it away straight away as well on the 26th. I do wonder if Antoine Griezmann has maybe been taking it a little bit easy on his fellow countrymen. Only played against French players up until this point. He's going to whip it in towards Suarez. Messi now on the edge of the box. Just seems to have elevated his game. Semedo now back to Busquets. To Lionel Messi and to De Jong. It's a good move. Stretching it across the pitch. It's Suarez in the box. Maguire harrying him. Semedo to Griezmann. Turning on the edge. Finds Lionel Messi. Will look to try and put it on his left, but he will chip it forward for Nelson Semedo. This one's cleared away.
My clearances are terrible. I'm just setting you up.
Martial does get there, though, and suddenly Rashford may be in. Also, I do survive the minor scare, though. 35 minutes gone, look comfortable. Matic will get in the way of that one fairly easily. And Liv doesn't seem to be defending too badly here, Harry, but got cut open a couple of times there. Oh, we'll maybe come back to it in a second as Rashford maybe escapes through, but Busquets defends well. But Liv, unfortunately, on the defensive side of things, just hasn't been able to keep a hold of the ball. Yeah,
she's struggled really to break up the
high
pressing of Griezmann so far, and she just seemed to have run into a brick wall at the back for the Barcelona defence.
Dembele, oh, shrugging away! It's stunning! He just keeps his man off the ball.
You must play this all day, I swear.
Yeah, all day.
Yes, I bet you play this game more than you play real football. This is ridiculous.
Antoine Griezmann.
Well, we said, didn't we, Chris, before the match that this was a bit of a different task for Liv Cooke to go up against. She knew it herself in the pre-match interview. She may have just met her match here, and Griezmann, and Antoine, being the tournament favourite that he is always going to score chances like this. Did so well, just using the physicality of Dembele to shield the ball, fashion the chance, and no other defender coming over to support. Just allowed Dembele to shrug off Lindelof, and that's 2 mistakes now for the United defender, of course controlled by Liv Cooke, that, well, have cost goals. Griezmann won't mind. It's his mate Dembele to put himself 3 up in this match.
Unbelievable from Antoine Griezmann. He's really putting the weight to the sword here, unfortunately. It's a big challenge by Gerard Piqué, though.
Oh.
Some people might not agree with the way that Antoine's playing this here against Liv Cooke. This is for fun here, Antoine. Let's not go too full-blooded into every single challenge. But this isn't over by any stretch of the imagination. There is still time.
How? You know what I'm going to do before I do it?
She needs to get to half-time without conceding anymore, and then maybe rethink her strategy, maybe make some substitutions and bring in some new personnel that might be able to make the difference, and maybe even switch up the formation just to give her that extra body in midfield, because that's where she's losing out on the ball in key areas at the moment.
Messi marauding forward. Won't be able to find anything from that attack, which is really
3-0 before half time.
On every other one. FC Barcelona, of course, 3-0 up now.
Oh, the possession.
Minutes,
the possession.
¿Qué?
Seemingly.
No, queda una parte y ya está.
Grand final here on the Solidarity Challenge. And Liv just needs to find something different. See, subs have been made. Williams on for sure, and Pogba's been brought on for Martial as well. Looks like Daniel James is on the pitch too as well. I'm not too sure if he was on the whole game, but we haven't really seen many attacking players from Manchester United to say they've been there. But here we go again. Messi into Griezmann. Can he add further salt to the wounds? Not quite. Busquets will recover it, and it's just got men in every single area of the pitch that he needs to.
No.
Went for a little Rabona pass there, didn't he, Griezmann, pulling out all the tricks here in the semi-final. Triple sub at half-time from Liv Cooke. Dan James, if you were wondering, Chris, which you were, actually one of the 3 brought on along with Williams and Pogba. So a real statement of intent here.
Yes!
To attack the second half by Liv. I think she knows she needs to throw the kitchen sink.
Did you see that skill? I watched your tutorial on that.
Free kick in Griezmann's half, so there's a chance here. If she, takes her first chance, that might just make Antoine rethink his own strategy and just maybe remind himself that he's got work to do.
Bruno Fernandes trying to find Pogba. Mata. Don't think he really wanted that pass to go to Williams. Oh, and Suarez is just going to nick it ahead of time. That De Jong. Oh, the run from Dembele is there. Is he onside? It seems that way. Ousmane Dembele moving away. Tries to chip over the keeper. Wan-Bissaka will get it away. A really, really good run, but couldn't quite find that end product. Rashford now can't get anywhere near this Barcelona defence. Semedo's there, back and challenging too. It's been a really good all-round performance so far, 60 minutes in from Antoine Griezmann.
It has, and you can tell the way that he's playing with this Barcelona squad. His footballing brain is very much switched on and plugged in here on the virtual pitch as well. Very, very similar. Lots of similarities to how Barcelona play in the real world. Obviously getting bodies in the opposition half, just keeping possession, frustrating the enemy, in which case, of course, the friendly enemy in Liv Cooke for the Solidarity Challenge. But it's been a complete performance, and for those at home who might have been wondering why we were billing Antoine Griezmann as a pre-tournament favourite, well, I think you can see here this is why.
Griezmann now finds Messi. Edge of the box on his left foot. A dangerous proposition. Suarez now inside the box.
Luis!
One of the only times we've seen a really big chance not be converted. Really has been ruthless in his attacks and his defensive work. Antoine Griezmann. Oh, Rashford may nick in here. He's got past. Piqué. I don't know if he's going to catch up. Is the pass going to come in? Goes to chip the keeper. And that's Liv's first.
Rashford wouldn't miss that.
Chance. Yeah, 70 minutes gone. And that would have maybe made things a little bit interesting in this final 20, but you can't convert.
Which you've seen the pass on to Dan James.
I just had to do that because it was you.
It'll be brought back for a foul on Griezmann from his compatriot Paul Pogba, but the pass was on to Dan James. He was arriving late. She went for goal with Rashford. In the end, didn't come off. She might come back to
I just had to do that
would
because
have
it
been
was you.
in this match.
pass was definitely on. And would have sealed the deal for at least a goal. Maguire with some good defending, though, just getting his body in the way. Pogba and Williams will combine. And maybe, just maybe, something could be on the cards here for Liv. If she can grab a goal early in this next 15 in-game minutes, then maybe something could happen. But as it goes, she's lost the ball. Suarez to Griezmann. Looking to turn inside. That will be a foul by Harry Maguire. A potential dangerous situation here for Liv. And Antoine will be looking for number 4.
Yeah, it's quite far out. It's very central though, Chris, but has enough distance on it to get up and over the wall. So Griezmann might go for a top corner special here.
Griezmann. Straight into here.
I saw it. Changing a free kick to yourself.
Easy enough
I
chance
do the
for
same.
Spaniard together. And now actually going to lose the ball here, though. Messi will recover it. Busquets on the inside, looking for the pass forward. Will he find Griezmann inside the box? Yes, he will. Is it 4? So clinical every single time.
Oh, wow.
Antoine Griezmann grabs his brace in the 80th minute, and there's the celebration again. It's 4-0. He is cruising through to the grand final.
Cheeky from Griezmann. Maguire shakes his head, but, well, he's just been done completely, as has De Gea in the Man United net. Wonderful bit of movement. Not only from Griezmann, but also the pass to find him as well. We'll see it here again on the replay. It's from so deep from Busquets right onto Antoine's feet. He was in behind Williams, I believe it was, at the left-back position for Man United. And, well, you can't let Antoine Griezmann on the inside.
Sit there smirking.
The cheekiest of chips to just take it over the Spaniard. He's in the grand finals now. Will we see that celebration one more time for the hat-trick? That's the real question.
It's time for it. 9 in-game minutes. Or can Liv grab herself a consolation goal? I think the case is, unfortunately, when you're playing against a player of Griezmann's quality, when you give the ball away, it just makes his job a little bit easier, doesn't it? Suarez to Griezmann. He wants that hat-trick. Can't quite find that ball to be latched onto.
Oh.
Once again, it's given away. Suarez bundled over by Matic. The referee maybe sympathetically waves on play. Well, the Saka can't go anywhere. Big challenge by Jordi Alba. De Jong out wide to Ousmane Dembele. You can only imagine he'd be looking for Antoine Griezmann. Suarez to Messi. Maguire diving in. Semedo. Messi looking to try and get on his left peg. He cannot. Matic will get there.
Looking for Griezmann was Antoine there. And he would have been frustrated with his virtual player, just waltzing and saundering, taking an age to get back on side. He would have been frustrated.
And will be a free kick to Barcelona in the Manchester United half. Paul Pogba with another foul there. So it does seem as if Liv Cooke's journey and the Solidarity Challenge is coming to an end. But Antoine Griezmann marches on. As we expected, a 4-0 win for Barcelona, about to tick on in.
Oh, yes, a trick!
For Lionel Messi to potentially take it. He's put Griezmann on this, isn't he?
100% he is. And it's in a similar position to the one he missed a few moments ago.
Oh, here we go.
Try and
Shock.
go a bit more to the right this time over the wall.
Well,
no.
He won't threaten to here, but he has threatened the whole game. Barcelona and Antoine Griezmann deal a 4-0 win up against Manchester United and Liv Cooke in the semi-finals here, the Solidarity Challenge that had just opened up so quickly. The goals came fast and they came frequent. But Barcelona and Antoine Griezmann will make it to the final. All right, guys, a great semi-final, a good performance from Antoine. But Liv, I will come to you first. Unfortunately, was Antoine just a little bit too much for you? Is there anything you could have done there?
A little bit. I think you're right. I heard big things about his level, and I tell you what, I knew, to be honest, I kind of knew inside me that this was the end of my journey, but I still had a bit of faith. But honestly, in the game, he was better than they said he was, and he completely deserves the win.
Antoine, congratulations. You make it to the finals of the Solidarity Challenge here. Are you feeling good in your gameplay going into the final?
Yes, on va s'entraîner ce soir et un peu demain matin. Et je pense qu'on sera prêt pour cette grande finale. Et je voulais remercier Liv pour ce bon moment et aussi lui souhaiter plein de bonnes choses pour sa carrière et plein de titres de champion du monde.
Okay, well, Liv, commiserations, but thank you very much for your participation. You've been a great sport, and Antoine, we'll see you in the final. So there we go then, Antoine Griezmann once again proving that he is a very, very competent PES player. Liv Cooke dealt a lot of damage there, wasn't she? 4-0 to Antoine Griezmann, and it honestly could have been more, Harry. But Antoine is surely going to be the favourite going into the final.
Yeah, he's playing some really free-flowing, high-scoring PES so far, something that we haven't really seen too much out of the other participations in the Solidarity Challenge. That's why we favour him as the lock, really, to win the entire thing. For Liv, she played a really good tournament up until this point, but I don't think Griezmann's defence really allowed the 2017 World Freestyle Champion the free reign in some of the amazing runs that she made and the close footwork that helped her get past some of the other competitors here in the Solidarity Challenge.
Yeah, she played well up until this point. It was always going to be difficult. Of course, Antoine, I said, he's had plenty of practice on the game, knows it very, very well, and of course, a fantastic footballer in his own right as well. It's very hard to break him down, can defend and attack well. But we do have one more semi-final, try and figure out who he's going to meet in that grand final. It will be Scott McTominay up against Danny Kerr. Now, what are we thinking in that one? Both players have looked good so far.
Yeah, both really strong competitors. For Danny Kerr, has a lot of people's hopes riding on his shoulders, obviously representing non-footballers at this point in the competition. Obviously, all the rugby lads will be behind him as well. So should be a fun one. I think Scott McTominay probably has the edge, but anything can happen in PES.
Anything can indeed happen. But as said, the Solidarity Challenge is to help the WHO COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. If you do want to donate, and you can donate, please go to www.solidaritychallenge.org. All donations go directly to the fund. But as mentioned, coming up next is the second semi-final. It's going to be Scott McTominay taking on Danny Kerr.